In this lesson, we'll be discussing about percent. So a percent represents a ratio whose second term is 100. We use the percent sign or the percent symbol to represent the percent. It comes from the Latin phrase per centum, which means per hundred. Since a percent is a ratio, it can also be expressed as a fraction or a decimal number. For example, 12% means 12 per 100, 12 over 100, or 12 hundredths. So to understand that, let us convert the following percent. So in the first part, we will convert percent to a fraction. To convert a percent into a fraction, we follow these steps. Step 1, write the percent as a number over 100. In this example, we have 10%, so we will just write it as a fraction with the denominator that is 100. So it will become 10 over 100. For the step 2, simplify the fraction. In this case, 10 over 100 has a greatest common factor of 10. So 10 divided by 10 is 1. 100 divided by 10 is 10. So therefore, the fraction form of 10% in lowest term is 1 over 10. Next, converting percent to ratio. To convert a percent to a ratio, we follow these steps. First, we convert the percent into a fraction. So a while ago, 10% is equal to 1 over 10. Now, we can write now the fraction as a ratio. So 1 over 10 will now become 1 is to 10. It means 1 part for every 10 parts of the given ratio. Next, converting percent to decimal. To change a percent to a decimal, let us follow these steps. Step 1, we remove the percent sign. So 25% will become 25. For step 2, we divide the number by 100. So 25 divided by 100 is 0.25 or 25 hundredths. To do this quickly, you can simply move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So if we have 25%, we remove the percent sign and then change this to a decimal point, and then move the decimal point from your right going to the left twice. So that is 1, 2. So from 25%, your decimal number now is 0.25 or 25 hundredths. Let us do the following exercises. We have on the first one, the one that is given a while ago, we have 10%. In fraction form, it is 10 over 100. And we divide this to simplify by their GCF, which is 10. So we now have 1 over 10. In ratio, we will get the simplest form of the fraction of 10%, and then we just write it as 1 is to 10. And then for the decimal part, if we have 10% here, so 10%, remove the percent sign, change it into a decimal, then move the decimal point twice to the left. So that is 1, 2. So therefore, the decimal form is 0.10 or just 0.1. Next, we have 15%. So in fraction, that is 15 over 100. Divide it by their GCF, which is 5. So we now have 3 over 20. So this is your fraction form. For ratio, we have 3 is to 20. And for the decimal part, so that is 15%. So move the decimal point twice to the left. So 1, 2. So you now have 0.15. Next, 20%. So it is in fraction form 20 over 100. Simplify, divide it by 20. So we have 1 over 5. So this is your fraction form. In ratio, it is 1 is to 5. And in decimal, so we have 20%, move twice to the left, 1, 2. We now have 0.20 or 0.2. Next, we have 25%. So 25 over 100. Divide by the GCF, which is 25. So 25 divided by 25 is 1. 100 divided by 25 is 4. So we have 1/4 or 1 over 4. So the ratio is 1 is to 4. For decimal, so we have 25%, move twice to the left, so 1, 2. Therefore, we have 0.25. Then lastly, we have 30%, so 30 over 100 divided by 10. So we now have 3 over 10. In ratio, that is 3 is to 10. In decimal, we have 30%. Move to the left twice. 1, 2. So we now have a decimal form which is 0.30 or 0.3.